So these are the diaries of a goat farmer, and today I'm at the farm. Can you just see what's happening in there, guys? So those are the kids. They're breastfeeding, and the main diet that they've been getting from the time that they were born until now, it's just been breast milk. So breast milk is critical. I mean, all these kids are about 6 weeks old, and as you can see, they're looking healthy. And it's all because of breast milk. So, guys, make sure that when you've got your farm, make sure that the mothers have got enough food so that they're able to produce enough milk, which is high in protein. And this kind of growth that we are seeing is only because of the breast milk. Can you see how the goats are at peace? And you can actually see, and you see that's our main back. It's important to have areas like that where they can scratch. He's just coming back from grazing, so he's just scratching. So all these are his kids. So that one is a pure boer. Um, and it seems as if he has already serviced the mothers again. So the mothers are pregnant while they're still breastfeeding. So now the main thing is we are preparing for weaning, which we are going to do next month. And in about 10 days' time, these kids will also start going grazing. So I just want to show you what the one of our F1s is looking like. So this one on the right, that's an F1. When you hold it, it's quite heavy. It's really muscular. And this is an F1. Can you look how big this is? And this is just 6 weeks. And when you feel it, it's really heavy. You can see it's quite muscular. So genetics is critical for goat farming. And the only thing that we've just been giving, guys, is breast milk. Now we've started to add some lucerne and all, but the main thing, can you see how big that kid is? Can you compare the size of the mother and the kid, which is maybe 6 weeks old? But can you see that the kid is actually big, and when the kid is actually breastfeeding, the kid has to actually go down. You can actually just compare the mother there with the kid. You can actually see that. So this is our pure boar, um, you know, looking healthy and calling for its mother too. But it's looking healthy, and some have just escaped. Now these guys, remember the first videos, they would only be inside there. But now when you open that gate, they just escape. They find ways of escaping that enclosure, going outside, and so the kids are now getting very inquisitive. Can you see them? They're looking so good and healthy. And now we are preparing to win them. So this is where we are going to be putting them. So this is just up from the farm. So this is where the kids are going to be. So I'm just going to take you for a tour. So once we win our kids, they're going to come in here. So when they come in here, the mothers will be in the next section. So basically, winning, what we are actually going to do is these kids, they won't be having breast milk anymore. They'll just be having lucerne, and they'll also be going grazing at their specific time. So they'll be in here, just after grazing and to sleep, they'll be sleeping in here. And the mothers will be in the next section because we want them to be physically disconnected but socially connected. So the mother can see their kid, but then they can't breastfeed. So in this section, this is the section that the mothers are going to be. So when they come from that maternity section, the mothers are going to be in here. So after going to the fields to graze or browse, the mothers would come in here, and then the kids will be in the next section. And they can still see their children. And then this last one now, this is the one where we're actually going to put the males. So the back, after he finishes servicing, is going to be in this section. So we are going to open that up and then just have one section for all our males. So all our males will be staying in there. The mothers will be in the next section, and the winners will be in the next section. So these ones, the winners will never come into contact with their mothers again, because the males will sell and the female F1s will keep and then we are going to look for another buck so that we can now mate them and get F2s, and then F3 is up until we get to the pure. So can you see this is our setup, and that's the cabin for the guys. It's quite close there. The place is quite neat. So it's quite clean, sorry, I meant to say. And can you see all that maize remnants? I think they call it maize stove. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, that's the one that we're using. And today I was excited. I was introducing the guys to the new books that I designed. So basically, one book has got all the history. So you can see people are laughing there. I think they will received this new book. So we're explaining it to them, and now I asked them to explain to each other, and I think it seems that they've got it. So basically, with that book, all the history of any goat will be in that book, and we'll know every single thing about the goat at the time. So I was quite happy to see these guys, our manager, now explaining to the youngsters how the books are supposed to work, how we are actually going to be coding them, and things like that. So it was quite happy for me to see that they've actually got this knowledge now, and they're actually able to share this. So this will really change the farm. It will really change the operations. They will know when to do certain things. So now they don't even have to come to say, what can we do? When can we do it? They now have a calendar for the year. They now know what they're supposed to do. And we've got all the history for the goats. So next time when we're going to be selecting breeding stock, it's going to be very simple because all the records are just going to be in there. So I really recommend you to actually have such a book. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. And then I think the other thing, what's now happening is we now want to make some paddocks. So remember I told you we put some lucerne. So now the guys were busy cutting poles. So now what we're now doing is actually making a fence there, and then we're going to enclose that area, that whole area. So one section will have lucerne, and then other two sections will have like running grass. So we are going to put water in here, and then we'll start actually irrigating this lucerne. I mean, we have never actually irrigated it. All those goats that you see, they're actually eating the lucerne that we harvested once here, and we harvested and we dried it up. So now there's no longer any rain, so we're going to close it up, start to actually irrigate it, and then have two pastures. So the kids will also be, grazing directly in the pastures, and then we'll be cutting this lucerne and we'll be drying it, and then we'll be feeding it to the goats again. So this is very, very critical for the farms. You need to make sure nutrition is good. So yeah, so this is my day today at the farm. Everything is going on well. The kids are growing well. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel. There is the Goat Farmer. Bye bye for now.